For many years, I was a staunch non-believer, and I have that visual in my mind, and I just will never forget that.
All right, YouTube, we are gearing up. It is February 27th, right?
Yep.
February 27th, 2020. We are in South Arkansas. We got the Patrico. First night here, we're gonna do a firelight experiment. So y'all hang tight. Thanks. Bye. We got the firelight going. All right, this is the Josh Bender built Deadlite. Right out in front of us here, we have a nice pond, and it's lighting up the night. You can see across the pond. Now, if y'all hear that across the way, there's some sort of machinery going. Ooh, that's bright.
Got 2 responses, but no one, I don't know if anybody got it on audio. Your camera might have picked it up if you were running.
Both recorders are running too, on our heads.
Did I get enough?
Yeah, but at the end abrupted. Thermal's not working.
Oh crap.
Yeah, mine quit working too. My battery went down.
I think it's on this ridge over here.
We gotta be close.
I don't know.
It does look like an impression though. It's kind of odd.
Well, when we were walking in, something was on that ridge that took off. So I'm gonna walk that ridge up there and see what I can find.
Yeah. Let's go.
Watch the wire.
Briar's on the right. Briar's on the right. This is about where it was.
Yeah.
Or a little bit more to the right.
I think right back here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go straight to it with the briars.
Well, we might be able to get around it right here. Maybe not. Oh, I'm getting to this ridge right back here. I know. Man, I like this light. This is with it off. That's off. This is on. Mr. Josh, thank you so much. I'd like to talk to you though. The white lights aren't working for some reason. I don't know why.
They're not mine.
We have to be in a very spot.
Isn't that the one with your hand?
There you go.
Yeah, it is.
You need to be in a real quiet area to use the other stick. Those are carry a little further. And I heard it back here do something twice.
No. Just a.
Well, I heard it that second time. It wasn't a faint knock and it's not a loud. It was just a nice punk.
It was only about 70 yards that second time. The first time
This-
they knocked was about 200.
Hey.
About 150, 200 yards out.
Hey, it would make sense that they're traveling this stuff easy and quick. I mean, I don't care who you are. You're not running through this thick stuff, but this would be the perfect area for them to not make noise.
It's just all the leaf
It is paralleling that road out there.
Yeah.
We are doing our best here. Walking around in the dark track, and the two trackers are out front. And they're having a time in this dry leaf litter. It'd be different if it was wet, but this is the area where we generally heard one small knock. It could have been anything, but when we hear something like that, they like to go track. So that's what we're doing. There is a corridor inside of these hardwoods here, very open, with a wall of briars on the west side. So what they're doing is following that corridor and looking for tracks. This is Patrick and Mr. Shorty. We have two.
Right here. Somewhere in there. That's something disturbed. I think we found its exit.
That way?
It's going back that way.
Well, yeah, that's going out to that big field.
It was at that tree. It knocked twice. It went up on top of the ridge line where you heard it
Yeah.
do the single knock. Right here is a trail going that way. There's another track here. It left the area. It went that way.
Yeah, that. I mean, that's like desert out there. It could just get lost. That's out.
It came in, it knocked, and it left.
All right, Bigfoot Explorer. We're going out on foot here today
By the gate.
on the property.
It started honking my horn there.
Going to do some tracking.
And
Find some places for this evening.
300 yards, I'd stop and honk the
Beautiful place here in South Arkansas.
brought it back.
Gator Lake. Check it out.
Big old cow.
Found the big buck.
Yeah,
Oh, I see it.
this is this morning too.
Looks like quite a few of them come through here. They just kind of crisscross right here.
Yeah, it's a funnel. Just, yeah.
Yeah, he's been over here too.
Yeah, I see that.
You're right under the fence right
It's
there.
definitely
Yeah, we're not
an
gonna- I'm gonna
in
let
and
that-
out area, definitely.
I'm gonna get Patrick. Patrick.
All right, friends. You talk about finding a needle in a haystack.
When you get a chance, come over here.
He stepped in an anthill.
Yeah, headed that way. There's an ambush site right over there where he stalked up that fence line in the brush. He has an ambush site right there.
Well, you know, it's odd. They got a really...
They're starting to repair the small toe. The ants are, but it runs up. You can see where the toes bit in,
Yeah.
and the heel comes back to
It's
here.
a smaller one, though.
That's the same size track I found back there in the woods.
Okay.
I tracked this one yesterday down there, just a couple hundred yards on the shelf of that river.
All right, friends. This is some wicked stuff down in here. This is some batcher area further the river. And across there, you can see that ridge that goes up. And on the other side of that is an identical slough like this. We're just off that field that y'all saw us in. There's a nice trail leading from the woods off this. But this is squatchy. You think?
I do think so. I do reckon.
I reckon so, Josie.
The toes
Big toe.
slid into the mud. It's purchased, and as it walked, it did this as it was walking. You see the locomotion and the striations in the mud, where the calluses on their feet and the dermises carved and ingrained in the mud right there. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4,
And
5.
big toe.
That's 5. As far as I know, deer don't have 5 toes. Or do that.
Yeah, it's definitely a 5, whatever.
What I'm wondering is if we'll find a crossing over here.
You're gonna find it right here.
I hope. Then it's doubling back and then going the lengthwise of this water that way.
We got this.
Well, there's a track right there. I don't know if it's something on y'all's, but
I mean, you can kind of see that looks like a roadway right there. This.
yeah.
I mean, that's beat down some. But
The
you talk
problem is
about...
I don't see it come out of the water anymore.
No. I don't see that either.
I think it could be coming down here drinking.
Well, what if it walked that fence and put its left hand on that fence and just walked straight up? Those branches right there would cover anything up. It'd be easy.
They'd be broken up too.
True.
Could be, but I think he come down here, got a drink of water, went back up, doubled back, and walked the edge of that this water up there.
That's where we need to go, on that side.
I see impressions right now.
Yeah, me too, right here.
See right here? This impression right here?
Look.
There's some thick bush.
This is 1970s Hollywood.
Yeah. Hey, it's classic Fouke bottomland slash.
It's Arkansas time.
It always follows the creek. You know how you said that?
I think they come in off this river.
Yeah.
They come in, they skirt this, hunting that field. This is a water hole. And then they hit that, and they keep going, skirting this hedgerow.
Yeah.
Skirting the fields. That's what I think they're doing.
All right, guys. Can anyone tell me what this is? We know what it is. Okay. The hint is, the abbreviation of the two words of what this is OO. Let me get out of this thing.
Right where I'm at, you can see if you kneel down right here.
Yeah, I see it. Perfect spot.
That's a pretty good sized track.
Yep. I mean, you can see the heel, the ball. You can see where the bit of the debris is in the mid-tarsal break, kind of.
Yeah. And that's the next one, right there. In this leaf litter, there's the next one.
So guys, look.
There's another one.
He's found 3 tracks, but look at what we're in. Just look at what we're in.
This is a right foot. That's a left foot right there.
This is crazy. Hey, he might have been digging in that damn hole to try to get a possum out.
Might have.
Yeah, it's perfect.
You notice which way the wind's blowing? They can stay behind this.
You smell. Yeah.
And look, you can see it all the way across there.
Well, this is a perfect place for them to hide out.
Yeah, they hunt. This is where they're hunting at. They come when the wind's out of that direction, they can get on this side. If the wind's out of that direction, they can get on that side.
Man. Makes Cambodia look like Kansas.
Hey, I want to cast that anthill back.
If anybody can tell me the quote, the movie to that quote, leave it in the comments. Put right here.
I don't know that. Right there.
Okay. There you go. She's light. That's why.
There we go.
She made that look.
Say something, you know, I always do a thing where I'm like,
the red button going?
Yeah, I'm recording. I always say, you know, say something good to the Bigfoot Explorer listeners and listeners.
Well, fans, we are here amongst the cane in South Arkansas. We're trying to raise the cane, looking for the Fouke, semi-Fouke, dually Sasquatch here at the Gator Lake Ranch. Thank you. All right, guys, we hopped the barbed wire fence. We're back out in the field. You can see we started all the way back there, walked that whole edge, jumped in, went on the slough, went around the pond, came up.
Man, big tractor, about 12-15 yesterday. Perfectly clear print in the mud. It's beautiful. I've never seen one like it.
Right there?
Yeah. It's a blooper. Look, even that droppings.
Yeah, even poo-poo.
Tell you what, this place is a beautiful place to recreate, hunt, fish, hike, squatch. There's so many different habitat.
This is what you call a man's paradise.
Yes, sir.
Now tell me if that's a buck or a doe here.
Now wait, let me try to get it on video. So is that like from their whisker, from their snout, or?
No, that's a belly here.
Oh, that's belly, because it's got that white, huh?
Yeah.
What do you think, Si?
I think that's what you call under a buck.
That's a buck here.
Yeah.
It's a buck here.
Doesn't smell like penis.
He is a mess.
Blooper. All right, guys, we're making a big flanking loop. We've come to this levee area, like
Wait, I'm concerned about that.
GLR, the landowner, has informed us this is the state record or county record?
Unofficial state record.
Unofficial state record cottonwood tree. For us foresters, it's a feast. For anybody else, it's a dead tree, probably. We have the season tracker comes out of the wilds
He's a good tracker.
to track and to get a fresh breath of air.
You know, I track his speed. He tracks.
What we have here, if you've been watching the video, you have seen the variation in habitat change. That's habitat diversity. Again, now we're in an area that looks completely different from where we've been in bottomland, batcher, flooded area. I mean, now this almost looks like this is total oak pine upland. Habitat. Boy, if that's not a trail, huh? Well, you can see where the pigs have been wallowing on this tree. This is weird. Hey, Si.
What?
You ever hear how they say some people talk about those nests?
Yeah.
I wonder what this is. Yep, just saw that. Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to get to. Check this out. This is weird. Creepy. Specific little. Something's been laying in there. Right in there. It's a damn good ambush area if you look. Just right in here, this little spot in here. This whole little area right here.
Yeah, but the nest would be more like.
Oh, I want to check this out. But you can see where these pigs will come up from that clay pit area and they rub on the sides of these trees. It's all over on this one. And then now we've changed from a pine hammock to a nice Oak hickory ridge. Perfect oak hickory ridge right here. Beautiful. This is beautiful. So just notice, guys, the change in that habitat. That's what you want to look for. Start looking for as many habitat changes that you can. And you know, it's one thing to get out in one set of habitat and scout, but if you can scout the fringes, the borders of the habitat where it changes, that's a good place to start. Right there. Folks, if you are a steward of the land, a conservationist, someone who respects the land and the woods, this is a perfect example of a mature oak hickory hammock, and it is beautiful. I mean, you can see 50 to 60 yards through these woods, and it just doesn't get any better than that when it comes to landowner standpoint, wildlife, recreation. I know y'all hear me say it constantly, but and what does that mean? In return, you have wildlife out the yin yang. You're gonna have the ultimate predator, Sasquatch. Yep.
Okay. If you can scoot in there, I'm
You
fine.
dirty rat! He's putting the plaster all over
The
me.
guns.
Look at the camera.
I'm gonna turn right around, and then you get in there.
Well, my hands got wind burnt. It's right foot, but I don't know. It's like it did that when it walked. It's not just perfect, but it's what I got.
Damn. That's like just like just what I made 10 minutes ago, except black.
Dude. Jesus.
Vladimir.
If black. How the hell did y'all find that out here? Y'all just kept walking around?
Well, we've cast the one at the anthill,
Yeah.
and then he said we were just kind of walking around. So we're going the wrong direction if we're going to try to pick up its track that stepped in that anthill. So we doubled back this way, tracking, and I picked up actually 5 or 6 different impressions, but this one was the best. You could actually see the side of the foot
Right.
and the heel. You can see the impressions where the toes are, but you don't actually see the individual toes, very well. But I got tired of waiting to find the perfect track to cast.
Yeah.
So if I find a good track, plaster Paris is cheap. I'm gonna cast it.
Yeah.
Yep, we heard about it.
It is so full of poison ivy. It's got a poison ivy tent that comes out.
Oh, God.
Surrounds it. That's it.
That is huge.
This is where we ought to be tonight, huh?
Where we're coming to, we're going to set up on that levee and knock. We're going to walk to it in the darkness, and we're going to set up and stay in complete darkness and knock and be quiet.
Fires.
Be quiet and do all that.
Okay. I wish we could hide. Just knock.
Well, we're gonna be so quiet and with no lights. We're gonna walk all the way up to there and do your knocking. If we don't get nothing, we can walk all the way down the Finn Bayou here.
There's an old bridge crossing right there.
This right
Yeah,
here?
this bridge right here. They're wanting to magnet fish it. You know. To see
I know.
what they find.
Unbelievable.
But that's the bridge across the Finn Bayou in North Prairie that the guy was operating a toll road on.
1812, like 1812 or something?
I think it goes all the way back to the 1840s.
Okay. Finn Bayou.
Captain Finn was a steamboat captain that ran from one of three that ran from Shreveport to Fulton, Arkansas in the 1820s to 1850s.
Picture of that.
That is a honeybee hive, right?
Yeah.
That there is a freestanding honeybee hive.
Someone go focus this.
Someone please don't.
I'm gonna record.
It showed up on a thermal image at night from across the field. We thought it was a huge head because it was just glowing.
Alright guys, we are fixing to go out. It's in the evening. We've scouted out. Pat Trico's got his bag. We're fixing to go put out 2 light sound experiments. So we will bring that to you in just a minute. Hang in there.
Back in here, everything looks the same.
Yeah. What?
I thought all this
Switch
was
game?
like brushed up like that.
I want it to lay in its crease.
That's
All right. We got audio recording, and then we'll go to light sound 2 in just a minute and get that done. All right, we have his light sound. Where's the cam at? Oh, good. All right, so right there, the audio recorder behind that leaf. And then we have the camera on the ground. Jesus, I can't even find it. Right there. Y'all may have recognized this area. This is the place, the Upland Pine. What?
Get video of this.
What?
Here. Something broke off brush and stuck it in a ravine to curb those animals coming in a different way.
Where is that at? Did you find it?
Just looking at it, you'd think it's something not a big deal.
Oh yeah, I see it.
But what the hell did that?
But when I'm trapping and I want an animal to go a certain way, I'll put a barrier up. So when they come and they see it, they'll go up another way.
See, look how this is done. Strategically with the end straight up. How does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 branches, dead branches, how did they all stick straight up?
Get snapped off and stuck there.
In a line.
Yeah. And it's put there to make these animals skirt in a certain direction.
Maybe back this way, yeah.
To the main trail where he's going to ambush because they were starting to run this trail.
They're coming down here.
That
They
is
stuck that there.
odd.
And you can see it worked because there's not really any tracks going up that way.
Yeah. That is weird.
Patrick was sitting right there. I started walking and I said, look at this. Scott, that's weird.
Yeah.
No. I see the toes crunched together walking on the balls of feet.
Look right here, like here.
Yeah, look at that.
And look right here. Look.
See, that's what we were finding coming up the embankment where I got stung at. That's what I was finding coming up that embankment when I got stung.
You got stung today?
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
All right. Patrico is setting the camera.
That's about where it's going to be. I got to adjust it.
If y'all see this is right on the edge of what they call the clay pit, which y'all just saw where we were. So, and then it comes in, it's that habitat diversity, that change happens. We go straight into upland hardwood, oak hickory hammock. So,
I need one of those rubber strings.
need what?
One of those rubber strings he has for the...
Oh.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna put the
Hey, when you guys...
got camera. We have
Okay, it's your personal responsibility to keep your wits about you, your ears open, your situational awareness on. Don't separate from the group. Don't make a lot of noise. Pick your feet up, try to be as quiet as you can. Don't speak unless you really got to. No lights unless it's a situation where we say, okay, we got to have our lights on to get out of here, and quickly. If something happens, if you have to communicate, reach over and tap someone, whisper in their ear, but no, hey, yeah, or singing or anything like that. Okay, but safety first, and then the hunt is second. So hunt like you're hunting, move like you're hunting.
All right, that was the brief. We're getting ready to go into the bush. Bigfoot Explorer is on the hoof. We're going out and try and locate some squatch. Y'all stick with us. Moon, and it's low. Made it to our levee spot. this road in between the woods. That's almost 50 yards down there. Fixing to show you the old IR compared to this badass Deadlite. Guys, we're hearing something that we think is a coy wolf. It's listen. It's coyotes with maybe a coy wolf mixed in. Do you think we should go? Straight down. Straight down. Yeah. What direction do you think we should go?
Straight back of it. Straight back of it. I think if we just stay here, we might see this way. Yes. That way.
Don't try to control it except for your nose.
south. Haven't had anything to the east yet, which is good. Which is behind us. sounds good. That's cool. They didn't like that. Thank you. I wish we would have got some. We've left that levee and we're headed to one of the big open fields that we walked through to get here. The idea is to call towards the river. His eye showing over there. Just saw it. Man, I wish it would come back. Just saw it. There it is. About midway in the screen. There it is. What the hell is that? That's too close to the north side of the river to be the camp. How could it be? That's too close to the north side of the river to be the camp.
Jim and I both, Shorty and I both saw a red flashing house right over here.
Oh, guess what? I think I saw something too. Come here.
It was like it was right there by the house. And it flashed red. And then I saw where your light is right there. To the right of it in the wood line. I thought I saw some kind of heat signature. Okay.
Tell you what, folks. Being at this all day. From about 7:30, 8 o'clock.
This hill right here.
All right, fans. We are friends, fans, guys, gals. We anybody got the time?
About midnight.
All right, it's midnight.
11:39.
11:40. Oh, we gave it a good go. There were some red eyes seen.
You saw it 5 times from in. Shorty.
And then I seen a set on the levee. Amber color.
We do have two casts in the field. We know they're here. We had some other odd things happen. The coyotes were going all around us. So we're pooped. So we're going back to camp. Got to rest. The old people are melting, including me. All right. We had fun, but it's time for break. Some hot chocolate, coffee. We got king cake. What y'all want? Thanks for hanging with us. We will be back tomorrow. We're going to be going to check the 2 light sounds. So stick with us. We may have something there at those light sounds. Woo. Rounding up the rear is the tracker and another tracker.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Those trackers.
Those
He is
red
too
eyes-
short of a tracker.
Those red eyes have me baffled because they were on the ground. They're as big as me or maybe bigger, and they looked right at us, right at me, and you could see the angle of the eye as it turned.
Through the thermal?
No, just looking.
Visible. Yeah.
He said, "Let's make our way this way." We just at the corner of the woods, and I saw two eyes, and you can tell it kind of come to.
Like this.
Yeah, as it turns, you can tell when an animal turns away from you and you don't see the eye
Where
shine.
was I then? What the hell was that doing? Could have been far.
You were playing with your camera.
You're behind him. I was behind him.
I saw it, and before I could really say anything, he saw it.
Okay.
I said, "Yes, I saw it." And
I
then,
saw it first.
and then I saw it a second time, and I said, "Hey," and he said, "It's right there. I see it again." He saw it 3 times. I saw it twice.
Yep.
On that riverside or on the other side?
You know the woods
Where
were,
we were.
you know where the woods were that we stopped at?
Yeah.
30 yards this side of the woods towards us.
Yeah.
All right, it is Saturday morning, eve of the 2020 File Camp Out. We're going to retrieve the casts and see how they turned out. I've showed this area before, but this is where we were out last night.
Ought to come right out of there.
Yeah, I just don't. I'm being delicate. You know, this is something. This is his.
But the toe print was up towards your toe, right?
No.
Toe was there.
Yeah.
He was towards.
Okay.
You can see. You can actually see the toe lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to clean
Dang,
it up.
that's a pretty good one there, Jason.
Well, I can see that
See-
ridge there.
You can see where it stepped. It's like it stepped, and you know, this is the inside of his foot. You can see where it kind of rocked up. That hard piece of dirt. I think there's a rock. on
Yeah,
it.
that went
It didn't-
that went into that mid tarsal area.
Yeah. It didn't exactly. It's still a little soft under
Is it?
there. Yeah.
Well, it's because it was so damn damp last night too.
Should we just let it dry out?
I'd bring it back with you.
I wouldn't let it lay here,
Yeah, I would.
but I'd set it somewhere nice and level.
All right, here's the second one, which it was in an active ant pile. Of course, there's ants all over it. We might have to leave this one out. Come back for it. We'll put it someplace.
We'll see where we saw the red eyes at over there.
Yeah,
Well, we're going to do a little tracking over there in just a minute.
yeah.
Oh yeah, come on.
But you can see, you can see the shape of the foot as the mud cradled it right there. You know, it's almost like you pick up. It's almost like you pick up one profound aspect of each casted track. You know, one casted track, you may have the balls will be very pronounced.
Yeah, there's always something that's a little bit more
the one in
pronounced than the other.
Yeah, the one in down in central Louisiana, the balls of the foot, you can see where it came up, and the toes were up, and you couldn't see the toes very well, but the balls of the feet. This one, the more pronounced, is where the dirt cradled the flatness of the foot, and you can see the instep right here coming to the heel.
Yeah.
That's you know, because I used to wait looking for the best
perfect,
track,
yeah.
which is about 2 to 3% of the tracks you find is castable, and they all vary in the range of how good or how well they'll cast. You know, 1% being the very best, and the very best soil with all the best definition. And I quit waiting on that. I started casting the top 10% of the tracks.
Yeah.
And because, you know, the casting material is cheap enough, and you can still get the profound uniqueness of each track.
Yeah.
And every one will be dominant in its own
And each
way.
one will be different, right?
And this one, you can still see the balls of the feet, the balls of the bone structure here. You can see how the mud cradled the flatness of the foot. You can see the edge of the foot, and you can see the edge of the instep with the heel. And even though the toes are a mess, big toe, this is part of the big toe right here. You know, the inside of the big toe, the next toe. and these just didn't do well with casting. But it's still a fascinating track.
Well, plus you have an active ant pile that was disturbed when you cast it, and they've been in there rebuilding.
Yeah.
That one came out really good.
Well, there's good aspects about both of them, but none of them perfect. But I quit waiting on a perfect track. If I ever come across a perfect track, I will cast it. But the top 10.
Bubba T.
All right, Bigfoot Explorer, we are Saturday night, night 2. We're headed out to a close river area, River Ridge. We have 2 or 3 spots that we're going to try to get to here tonight. We're going to go out for a standard knock and vocal test and see what we can come up with. So round 2, here we go. All right, we are headed out. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's go, bitch.
So tonight we are going to be in an upland area, a lot of pines. Going to be overlooking a river system area up on top of the bank. It's literally a river ridge. So here we go.
Not real comfortable having the ridge line, the high ground right here on us. So by moving on top of this ridge line, we're going to push anything that comes in knocking on high ground will be a little further away from us. We've moved and selected a new area. This is a high ground for 360 degrees around us to ensure that we're kind of insulated distance-wise. 70 yards this way, it starts picking back up in elevation. And we got with thermal covering it if something comes in. But this is a lot safer area to knock. Knocking from a downhill position. I've done it, but I don't recommend it.
Patrick.
That was Christy.
That was not me.
Oh my God.
That was Patrick. You know, I was standing right here.
Folks, we're sorry.
Thermal when we started knocking. He come through here, went out to 80 yards. I just heard something step over there. He said I'm on thermal. The thermal does not record. But he's sitting there watching him while we were knocking and yelling. He said he started snapping his fingers to call us up here to show us.
Come stand right in front of me. This direction, that's in front of your phone. All right, I want you to keep that camera on. I'm gonna walk to this. Okay. Jim. This is charged. Yeah, you shoot up at Noxious, one of them's going to need some relief.
front of y'all the whole way. That's it.
His heat signature.
Nice and flat, quiet. Very quiet.
Come on, watch my stick.
Huh?
So you keep an eye on me.
I got you.
Peeking around the base of this tree. And I took off to it with that, but then I stepped a little over, had to stop, go dark, grab a flashlight, turn it on, and when I got here, there's nothing here. But if that was that light going, we should have seen anything left here.
And what I did was, once I saw there was a point where you were going slow and then you just went for it, that's when I started running right behind you, so I was staying up with it the whole time.
I'm gonna try this one.
God, it's beautiful in here, though. It's creepy, but beautiful.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's water. I want to go through it step by step.
Yeah, just talk it out.
Calm down.
Yeah, I'm a little amped.
Well, of course, after you started knocking, that's when I looked and boom, I had a head. I had a round object down by the base of a tree, peeking out. I was trying to focus on what it was, and it was drawing back in behind the tree, and then it disappeared. Then it came out on the other side, and then went back in quickly. And so I started walking up the trail to get angle on it, and I couldn't get angle on it anymore. And then then you started yelling, and I'm still looking, and I look up the trail, and it's probably 40, 50 yards up behind the tree again with the head out. And he drew back and stuck it out again. That's when I knew, that's when I started snapping my fingers for you to come up. And as you were coming up to me, as you were running up, that's when it left out from behind the tree. And with the brush and where it was, I saw it from about the bottom of its shoulder and its back, and angled with both shoulders and its head kind of like this, moving through, going up the hill. And I saw the head and the shoulder moving away from me, going up the hill for about 5 seconds. So I had a really good view of it. So
I caught like a peeking,
yeah,
and then it was gone. And you hand me the hour, the thermal, and then she had it. She said it was 100 yards out. And I went to doing a double whistle, which is an invite. And it's actually an invite. You know, if it was say a male to a female, it's an invite. And then she was saying it was paralleling. It come back to where it was and started paralleling us. And then so we moved downhill to try to keep up with the parallel, and that's when you found it in the ditch, peeping behind that pine tree.
It moves a lot faster than we do.
yeah.
And I'm still baffled because I'm looking at this peeking at me from behind there's a pine tree, and there's a, you know, how a pine tree has it, and there's a ditch and a low spot, and I'm seeing this bright spot peeking from behind the tree. And so we make the decision we're going to go to it. But I was going to just walk to it with the thermal, but I kept tripping over stuff. So I went dark, handed him the weapon. Well, he had the weapon. I grabbed my light out. I turned my light out and charged.
Yeah.
Turned my light out. I turned my light on and charged to it. It's gone.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that camera is witness to whatever it did. So it's very interesting. I was amped up. I was running to it. He had me covered,
But I was just going to jump on its back. I'm tired of chasing. I'm going to jump on his back and just feel him up, see what he's about,
And I was going to film it.
Yeah. But, and I got a little stressed as the closer I got. I thought, are you an idiot doing this? But I'm like, hey, we're just going, if he's facing me, I'm just going to dive over him and wrap his legs up.
Yeah.
And make him fight to get loose. But, there it is. It was gone when I got there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. And I told him, I asked Scott two expeditions ago, I said, are we chasing ghosts or what? So. It's a real signature. It's a real something. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Definitely.
Yeah. So what is our next plan? That was definitely cool, and I want a little more than that. I want to tackle one.
All right, it is Sunday. Bigfoot Explorer is going to Light Sound 1 and 2 to retrieve the cameras and the recorders. So hang with us. We'll go on that and finish up.